Hey there, are you looking for games, cozy games, that aren't Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley? I've got you covered. I'm not bashing Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley, they're both incredible games, but I know that sometimes you kinda just don't want to play them. So in this video I have whipped up a list of 5, I guess they're indie cozy games that I think you might like. These are all my personal opinions about these games, but if you're looking for some cozy games for the Nintendo Switch, this might be the list for you. Or not, I don't know. Subscribe. In this game, you are a kitten who has lost their mum. So, with days to go until you become an adult cat yourself, you are forced to fend for yourself and survive in the streets as a stray baby cat. As a cat, it is your job to take every day as it comes. In this game, you need to use your time wisely and balance making friends, doing tasks, upgrading your home, and surviving. Talk to other cats and make friends with the humans that you see. Said cats will sometimes ask you to hunt for things for them, which you can find in bins around town, as well as these boxes that move for some reason. The more you level up with your friends, the more you'll get to know about them, and you'll find out some really cute backstories. While doing all of this, you need to make sure to constantly keep yourself fed and healthy. To do that, you have to hunt for things in bins and through those boxes, while also making sure that you know what food is good for you and what food isn't. While some foods might be good for your health, they may not be as effective for hunger, and vice versa. It's a survival game, but a cute one. It even has somewhat of a replayability element to it, as it has multiple endings. So far, I've already got one, and it's the one where you die. For any cat people watching this simple but cute game might just be to your liking. If you've been on the channel for long enough, you'll know that I have a bit of a bias towards birds. I mean, how can I not? Marshall, what are you saying? What do you mean? I can't understand birds. Sometimes you just need a game where the goal is to do absolutely nothing. This is where Feather comes in. Feather is a game where you glide around the world as a bird. That's pretty much 90% of this game. Apart from finding these little glowing things to fly through, the entire point of this game is to just fly wherever you want, however you want. You can fly from the heights of the sky to bumping into every and any tree you can find. This is just a game to play when you want a game to play with no real meaning or objective, at least from my experience with it so far. This isn't a game to play for hours and hours upon end, but it is peaceful nonetheless. It also reminds me of A Short Hike because of the flying mechanics. Speaking of which, a more well-known cozy game, A Short Hike is full of things to do. You are a bird, and your aim is to get to the top of this mountain in order to get phone reception. Along the way, you will talk to other animals who will have you do tasks for them. These tasks will help you in your journey to get to the top, as these characters will give you the tools you need to conquer the mountain. Be it feathers, or shovels, or a stick. These characters do indeed have quite the personality to them, so talking to these characters won't feel like a task or a drag. They're actually very amusing to talk to. Even after you complete the story's aim, there is still a fair amount of things to do and see. Even though I've completed the aim of this game a while ago, I still find myself going back to this game occasionally to just walk and fly around the game. The world of A Short Hike is so beautiful and intricate that you'll find yourself discovering new things and new activities to do each time you play. I even discovered someone new while recording the gameplay for this video. From the game's story to the characters to the scenery, A Short Hike is an incredibly open-worlded game with tons of things to do. If you're on the fence about trying this game just like how I was, take it from me, it's worth a shot. There's a certain atmosphere to a coffee house that you just can't get anywhere else. Moreover, I don't think I had ever come across a video game that immaculately recreated such a feel. That was until I played Coffee Talk for the first time. It's a heart-to-heart slice-of-life talking simulator, where you are a barista that listens to other people talk about their lives and problems. It's simple. You make the drinks, and they start the night's conversation. Your coffee shop is the only one that is open at the dead of night, so it's full of regulars and never gets too busy. It's perfect for when you want to get caught up in an immersive experience that makes you feel completely relaxed. The soundtrack of Coffee Talk is lo-fi and jazz hop inspired, and if you know me, you'll know that that is an instant draw-in. Just a personal preference. While Coffee Talk is set in 2020, it's not exactly the same as our real world. There is a slight twist. Interestingly enough, in this world, humans live among other species, like vampires, werewolves, orcs, and elves. That's the only difference though. These characters still face the same problems as we do, like relationship issues, family disagreements, racism among other species, and the difficulties of working life. You, the barista, watch as these characters undergo challenges day after day, and come out of the other side as more developed characters. You witness arguments, watch friendships grow, listen to their problems, and give advice accordingly. You're not exactly a bystander, but you're not solely responsible for any sort of resolutions either. Everybody has their own lives, and the coffee shop is just one part of it. As you can probably tell, Coffee Talk is really relaxing, and the gameplay is no exception either. All you need to do is choose your ingredients and press brew. After that, the technicalities of the drink making process are done for you in a short cutscene. All you need to do is hit that serve button once it's done. That is, unless you made a latte or any other coffee based drink. Then you have the option to draw your own latte art. Sure, I'm not good at it, it's just fun. It gives a certain amount of freedom to the player, and since Coffee Talk is heavily driven by narrative, the latte art feature allows the player to slightly deviate away from that. There are instances where you'll have to think on your toes. Clients may ask for a drink that you have never made before, and so you'll have to use trial and error to figure it out. Meets Valhalla cyberpunk bartender action. A visual novel set in a futuristic cyberpunk timeline where you're a bartender named Jill, working a night shift in the shadiness of Glitch City. In this game, you meet an abundance of dynamic characters, from AIs to talking dogs, some of which who are regular clients, while others are sporadic, strange customers. While I don't personally drink in real life, there were still many aspects of this game that I was able to fully appreciate. At the start of your shift, you set the playlist. With this game being a visual novel, the gameplay is very minimal. It's quite similar to Coffee Talk in that aspect. In fact, right from the start, before you properly load up your first game slot, Valhalla gives you a little pop-up message, informing you that this is purely a game to relax with, and that the player should get a snack. The gameplay is incredibly simple once you get the hang of it. Simply put, you make drinks with the press of a few buttons while reading your instructions off of a futuristic HUD. It's really easy. That being said though, that doesn't mean that the gameplay is totally ineffective. In fact, it's actually the driving force of how your playthrough will go. You see, depending on the drinks that you serve, your choices will trigger different dialogue responses from the characters that you encounter.